Good morning, Kai and Barbara. I wanted to make a short video and send to y'all today because what I'm doing now is making the videos and uploading them from Carol's house. And God, it takes hours and hours to upload just a 10-minute video. So I think if I do it at my house, I think it doesn't take as long to upload to YouTube. So I'm going to try that today. I just wanted to make another short video about Greenville. I felt the last one I sent you, the part about my house was good, but then I didn't show enough of the Catfish Festival to you. So I'm going to drive around Greenville, make a short video for you today. This is where I worked for 18 years. My family started this in Greenville, and eventually it expanded to over 300 stores over the entire United States from coast to coast. And COVID basically bankrupted us. I retired in January of 2020. 6 months later, because of COVID, the company declared bankruptcy and closed all the stores. So that was not good for Greenville. That's our shopping mall that's seen its better days. So right now I'm going out to the site of Old Greenville, where Greenville originated, and then we'll go from there. This is the end of Cypress Lane. This is a cypress preserve. I've filmed that before. It's really pretty back there. This is a cypress swamp. And this is Highway 82. This is the way I go to Carol's. So if I keep going down this highway about 10 years, that'll take me over the bridge into Arkansas. I'm going to turn at this light coming up. I'm going to turn right. And that'll take us up to the industrial field. This is where a lot of the towboat companies had their offices. And the towboat business, Greenville used to be the towboat capital of the world. And I guess back in the early 80s, when Jimmy Carter became president, and the interest rates went up to 20%, most of the towboat companies here, the small ones, ended up going out of business because of the high interest rates. And so that was a road that went down to Warfield Point. Before the bridge was built, there used to be ferries that would take people and vehicles across the river to Arkansas. When I was a teenager, we used to be able to still go down there to the river, but it's all blocked up and grown over now. Also, this is the site originally of where Greenville was. And during the Civil War, the Union troops bombarded and destroyed what was up here. They destroyed Greenville. And Kai, I know you have an interest in Samuel Clemens, and I did a quick search on him on Google this morning for Mark Twain, Greenville, Mississippi, and I came up with two references about Greenville. One was about, and this would be after the Civil War, I think, where a company from up north bought 10,000 acres over in Chico County, Arkansas, to give out to basically sharecroppers, and they would get supplies from the company and grow the cotton, and the owners of the company would get a percentage of the cotton. Anyway, that was one thing that Samuel Clemens talked about in his book on life on the Mississippi. And the other thing was he talked about when he went through here, Greenville was a bustling port that did about $2.5 million in trade. And this probably would have been in the 1870s. He also found out here that his brother Henry had been killed on a steamboat just south of Memphis when the boilers blew up. And his brother jumped off the boat and started swimming towards shore. And then he went back to the boat to try to help other people. And I think he got burned pretty bad. He lived for 4 days, and Samuel Clemens was able to go up and be with him until he died. Another interesting thing is that Samuel Clemens was really cut out to be a riverboat pilot. I think he made his pilot wings, or he got his pilot's license when he was only 23 years old. So that was quite an accomplishment. And they had to know every nook and cranny of the river from St. Louis on down to New Orleans. They didn't have any of the modern conveniences like radar and radio and buoys in the channel like there are today. Anyway, I hadn't been down here in a long time. There's one of the marine companies that work on towboats and barges. And we're coming up to the port of Greenville. I use a Hero GoPro camera, which I love dearly, but one of the things I don't like about it is it doesn't have a zoom lens, so I can't zoom in and make things closer. There's some towboats over there. Look like they're in dry dock. They're working on it. We're coming up on the port of Greenville. Actually, out there is Lake Ferguson, and that used to be the river. The river used to flow right in front of Greenville along the waterfront. And after the flood of 1927, which really wiped out just about everything in the Delta, the government started working on the levees and on the waterways. And they cut off the north end of the river, which made it a big lake, which made it Lake Ferguson. And so the river bypasses Greenville now. So this is the Greenville Port Terminal. I haven't been out here in a long time. I don't know if they'll let me in here or not. I was hoping we could see some water. Let's see. Those, I don't know if it's 1 or 2 rice mills right there where those towers are. I don't know if you can see that. And looks like this is where Lake Ferguson goes back into the Mississippi River. Yeah, this is just a little inlet here. On ahead is, if you go on ahead to the right, that's Lake Ferguson. And then to the left, going out, that's the river, that's the Mississippi River. I don't know if you can see the current. Maybe I can, in my editing process, I can make it larger, you'll be able to see. But that's Lake Ferguson, where Lake Ferguson comes into the Mississippi River. That's a power plant. That's owned by Energy. Okay, I'm going to cut it off and I'm going to take you on Washington Avenue and we'll take a ride downtown. So I'm still on 82. I'm going east now. We're coming up to Main Street and Washington Avenue. I'm going to take you down Washington Avenue through downtown. I live about 3 blocks down that way. A couple streets up. I live 3 blocks down. This is Washington Avenue, and this used to be the jewel of Greenville, this street. Everybody kept their houses up. It was really nice to drive down this street. And now, if you'll pardon the expression, it's gone to shice. Okay, we're entering downtown Greenville. That's the Washington County Courthouse. That was built, I think, in 1899. And you know, that's old to me, but when I think about, and one thing I regret is I've never been to Europe. You know, I'd love to go to Germany or England or the Scandinavian countries. Maybe someday I will, but to me, 1899, that's old, but I mean, Europe, like for instance, Kalub, is that how you pronounce it? That's probably hundreds of years old, just like the rest of Europe. This years ago was my family store. It was called Sam Stein's, and we opened it in 1950 and closed it in 1987. At other times, Sam Stein's was at different locations on Washington Avenue, and Walnut Street. You see how everything's boarded up? There's very few businesses on this street. It's just, Greenville's gone to hell. All the money's left, y'all. And I know Kalub is not like this. All this used to be local merchants. And this is where the original Steinmart was. It took up the whole block. Here's a plaque. I don't know if you could see it, talking about the origins of Steinmart. And interesting, the men that built this memorial were German prisoner of wars. That we had a prisoner of war camp here in Greenville from World War II. And after the war, many of them came back and settled here. They liked it so much. They built this. They were really good carpenters and men that worked with tile. This is our levee that keeps the river from overflowing. And this is one of our 2 casinos. And personally, they've been, as far as I'm concerned, they've hurt the economy of Greenville. And I know you've seen videos I've done of Lake Ferguson before. So this used to be the river many years ago until I think 1933, it was the river. Now it's Lake Ferguson. That's looking down Main Street. Here's a little blurb about the levee system. I'll see if I can magnify that. And there's another shot of the lake. On the other side of that island is the Mississippi River in Arkansas. Okay, y'all. So that's going to be our tour for today. I'm going to go home, put this together. I'm not going to really edit it. I understand you don't want it edited, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some transitions between the clips so it's not real jerky when it changes, when the scenes change. And also I'm going to try to magnify, I think, the 2 historical markers so you'll be able to read them. But anyway, I want to see how long it takes to upload from my house. Hopefully not long. And if that's the case, then I'll be able to send y'all more videos. So y'all have a real nice day, and I will talk to you soon.